Good afternoon. Today I am joined by the lovely Tony Millington. Hiya, Tony. Would you like to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hiya, Donna. Thanks for inviting me on here. My name's Tony Millington. I am the author of the Watson and Monteith crime procedural, police procedural books. The first one was Family First, which was brought out in June last year on ebook, and the paperback was only just recently released. The second one, Keep Your Friends Close, was released on Tuesday, both in ebook and on paperback as well.
Do you have a paperback to hand, or is that too much to ask?
No, I don't have one of those. I'm going to get that one later on in the week.
Shocking. I don't know, you authors, hopeless.
I know. This life gets in the way.
Yeah. And so Keep Your Friends Close is book 2 and got a nice shiny 5-star review from me.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome, because it's amazing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So as it's close to your release, would you like to tell everyone about it, or a little bit anyway?
Keep Your Friends Close. It follows on directly where Family First ended, where a top police officer is kidnapped. The first part of the book is, does he survive or not, and who kidnapped him. The second part of the book is a young female runner gets kidnapped and is found dead on the railway tracks. So the two stories run concurrently throughout the book. And it's basically the police are up against one of the families, the crook families called the Russell brothers, who virtually have everybody in their pocket in the fictitious town of West Ravenswood. And it's a case of, do they actually get hold of them and bring them down, and who is it that's killing all these women?
Indeed, and it's awesome.
Thank you very much.
And crazy, fast-paced, and blink and you finish reading. It was insane, but I love that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, Mr. Millington.
Yes.
If you were to choose one of your characters to take out for a meal, who would you choose and what would you ask them?
I would probably just take out Watson and Monteith, because they're just good pals together. And I think it'll just end up being a big laugh, especially if Keith Monteith goes in one of his loony sections. But yeah, just a good old family meal with their families at one of the local restaurants around.
What would you ask them?
I'd ask them all the details of how it was, how they got into the police, and how what's their biggest crimes to date that they've solved that I haven't actually covered as yet, and how do they get along together along with the rest of the asking for little secrets and nibbits of secrets from them, I think.
And which character's given you most trouble?
Definitely Monteith. Definitely Keith Monteith, because he tends to, as I said in one of the books to come or something, it sort of like puts his brain in, he put his brain before his mouth, shall we say, or his mouth before his brain, whichever way it is. Yeah, his mouth before his brain, I think. Yeah, calls a spade and doesn't care whoever he causes trouble with, even if it is big bosses, shall we say, and that's still to come.
Yes. You've killed your characters in some various ways, but if you were to kill someone, how would you do it? Obviously, hypothetically, fictionally, but how would you kill someone?
I honestly couldn't tell you. There's a
I
nice
don't watch this anyway.
there's a nice grizzly one that's coming up in book 3 at the beginning of book 3, which was quite entertaining to write. Let's just say he took a long time to kill off, shall we say, and that'll be a good one to do. But I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag with that one. But let us just say it took a long time.
So you're not too bothered about grizzly or long, because some people don't want to get their hands dirty. I said I'd stab someone 100 times, but some people don't want to get their hands dirty and they want to poison or just push someone off a cliff.
If you stab somebody 100 times, you're definitely going to get covered in everything.
I know, I don't care, it's fine. I'm not sure Malcolm's recovered from that. I bet he wish he never asked me the question.
No. I know, but yeah, I haven't really thought about it, how to kill anybody off. I'm just a normal, laid-back person who wouldn't like to do anybody any harm, except for in my books.
That's what they all say.
Not unless I'm really riled, I suppose.
Yeah, it's funny how everyone I've asked always knows their answer pretty much off the bat. They haven't really thought about it that much. Yeah. Okay. So if you were killed, who would you want to solve your case?
I've got probably Bliss and his gang from Tony Forder, or Malcolm Holland Drake's Harrogate lot, or maybe Morse. That'll be a good one. And Morse involved on it.
Don't want to go giving Tony any bigger heads than he's already got.
I don't think he can do. That's why he moved out.
He'll kill me. But then you included him in your book, so.
Yeah, I did. I just thought I'd add some people. If my characters are reading books, they better read books from proper authors.
Did he bribe you, or did you choose to include him?
No, I just put it in there, and it surprised him when he actually started reading the book earlier on.
Bless him.
So yeah, I got a good review back from him afterwards.
I should hope so. What's been one of the most fun scenes that you've written, and what's been one of the most difficult?
Fun things I've written in the books have done. I think the ones that people have said that there's a bit of dark humour in it, some of the one-liners that come out in both of the two books, and I don't go about saying this is what I want to put into it, but they just come out naturally as I'm writing it. Things that have been difficult is just to make sure that you get the part of, if there's an action scene or anything like that, make sure you get that correct, and all the actions properly and everything. There is a scene in book 3 which is coming out, which was pretty difficult to write, which is going to affect all of the police in the headquarters, and the ramifications for that. And that is one that is particularly that was particularly tough to write. Let's just say it was somebody's passing.
Okay, good.
I'm not going to say how, or why, but somebody's passing, and it hits everybody as the book goes along.
If you were to send any of your characters off for a date with any other characters from other series, who would you choose?
Sending them off on something like a blind date.
Yeah.
I don't know, most of the ones in other characters that I've read are actually all married or something like that, or going to get married. Now, who would this be? Yeah, I like to see if Tony Ford's Bliss can get on with my Tanya Wright, the DCI in mind. I think them two should be quite good together.
I'd love to see a short story where that happens and see what happens.
Yeah, because her backstory's not yet come out, I don't think. So I'd love to see if them two can get together.
Pretty much.
Seeing as we're both, I know mine's got a fictitious name, or West Ravens, but we are both in Peterborough, or Tony was. But yeah, those two could get together, I think.
Interesting. I can't remember if I asked you before, do you hide any secret jokes or messages or Easter eggs in your books?
No, I don't, not at all. I have trouble just trying to remember which threads I've got still hanging out. Never mind, I'm hiding anything else in them. No, I don't. I leave it just to a normal reader and reading a normal book. People can see parts of Peterborough in there, but other than that, then no, not at all.
Do you have any phobias, and would you write about them?
I am afraid of needles. I don't like needles, whether it's going to the dentist or in my arm taking blood, and there's been a lot of that recently with mine. And I'm allergic to penicillin. So, oh yeah, death by penicillin. Somebody else found out that's allergic to penicillin. Now, I wonder what that's going to happen. I'm just thinking of that. No, I found out I was allergic to penicillin when I was very young. I was actually a baby. I was rushed into hospital, so I can't take it. So, but, yeah, that might be an idea. Thank you for that.
I don't mind needles.
Other phobias, no, I don't have. Climbing ladders, I'm a bit high ladders, I'm a bit like that with it. But other than that, that's not. I'm fine with everything else. Heights,
I think that's a sensible fear, to be honest. Ladders, because you know they could.
Yeah, but if I climb high-rise flats or big tall buildings, I'm actually fine looking out the top of them. But yeah, anything that's not safe in climbing up it, I don't think. No, I'll leave that to somebody else.
Yeah, I love when I give blood. I love watching the massive needle.
No, I turn the other way, but yeah, recently with my health problems, I've had a lot of needles put into near enough every part of my body, I think.
Yeah, last time they went to take blood from me, they were really struggling to find a vein. So they're talking about taking one in my arm here or something. And I was like, yeah, carry on, whatever, do whatever you need to do, it's fine.
Yeah, mine normally say, I don't want to give you any blood, but I had to have some blood taken out last week and they were perfectly fine with it. Nice to hit a vein, and I gave a pint of blood, nearly an armful. As somebody wrote quoted.
Have you made lots of author friends since you started writing?
Oh yeah, too many to actually name check on here, but yeah, since starting writing books, I mean, I got to know Tony and Ross Greenwood from who are both authors in Peterborough quite quickly, and then since coming on here to Facebook and joining all the relative groups and everything like the UK Crime Book Club and all the others, the amount of authors I got to know and got to talk to was absolutely brilliant. And they're all there ready to give the time to anybody that needs any help. If we've got questions to do with the writing or research, then they're always happy to help out. And I met quite a few of them a few years back when I went up to Harrogate for the Crime Festival. And that was just an amazing experience for a young blood like me, a young author, newbie coming out, just to see all the stars and authors that are around. Yeah, I just wondered what am I doing here? But yeah, it's great fun. I mean, it's absolutely brilliant. Yeah.
And do you get a lot of feedback from your readers?
Occasionally, yes, but not directly to me. I've not had that yet. I've had a few authors or proposed authors getting in touch with me who may be looking towards getting a new publisher or something like that. I had one actually over the weekend who asked me about Dark Edge Press and the ins and outs about it. So I told him, and I know for a fact that he's actually contacted Louise at Dark Edge Press to see whether we can get a contract with them or not. I've had a couple of those over the few years, but the only one with readers is through Facebook and through the relative book club that I've joined. No emails as yet from any readers, but my email's out there if somebody wants to contact me.
You haven't got a loyal band of supporters yet, then? You haven't got your own version of the Blissets?
I haven't got anything like Tony. I think he's the one and the only. I think there's no one like that. I don't think even anybody else knows about got a band of loyal supporters like he has. No, nothing as yet.
I have to work on it.
I'm open to it.
Have to think of a good name. I don't even know where Blissets came from. That's kind of my fault, I think.
If you want to start a fan club for me, then be my guest.
Leave it with me. I'll have a think.
Get you and Sam together on it, I think.
Yeah. Oh God, us two together would be big trouble.
You, Sam and Kaz, yeah, you three, I don't think so. And then if
you wouldn't stand a chance.
No, you won't. No, nobody stands a chance with you three.
It's very, very mean. Very fair, but very mean.
Very fair, but very mean.
Very fair, yeah. What was your favourite first as an author?
My
favourite first? Like your first 5-star, your first physical book, your first deal?
Yeah, each time, I mean, I've had 2 publishers. The first one was, yeah, but each time you signed a contract with a publisher, that really does, that stands out. The first time you see your books either out in physical form or on ebook form, and then take a look through and read it yourself and go, yeah, I wrote those. And then, yeah, you do get a bit of a kick, a good kick regarding that. And yeah, seeing the first load of reviews that comes through for each of the books and reading what the readers have actually said about it, yeah, that's quite humbling in parts, yeah. Knowing that they enjoy the work that you put out there, even though you sweated blood, sweat and tears through months of actually writing it and editing it and proofreading it, and it's come out okay at the other end.
When you are editing, what's your most overused word or phrase?
Excuse me. I've noticed quite a lot of times that I've started, if somebody's in a conversation, somebody wants to repeat something or start something, I'll normally put down, right, so then we're going to do that, and also we're going to do that. So starting off a conversation with things like that, they're my overused words at the moment.
Yeah, that's creeping in a lot.
I'm trying to cut back on that.
Yeah. That's such a modern thing, isn't it? I find myself doing that when I talk anyway, saying so.
Yeah. I'm surprised that most writers don't put down, well, you know, this is going to happen, you know, and all that lot, like everybody talks in real life. But that hasn't, thank God, crept into anybody doing any writing physical book. I think if that ever did happen, the proofreaders will shut it down straight away.
If you were able to spend a day with any author, dead or alive, who would you like to spend a day with?
I'll probably do it either with James Patterson or Lee Childs, because of the way that I got into reading by reading their books, and I savagely went through most of their books before I actually started writing. So they're, to me, they're the ones, probably even Val McDermott as well, to glean some more information on how to write things that I've missed and things that they might be able to tell me that to do better or to cut out or to do things like that. But yeah, spending a day with any of them three would be great. And Mark Billingham will probably be a laugh anyway if you spent a day with him. You won't get anything done with him. You'd be end up laughing all the way around.
Yeah, I know. I love Mark. He's great fun. I emailed him for another interview, so I think it's been about a year, and it's like, can we do it in June because I've got a new book out? I'm like, yeah, of course, that's fine. We can't do it this week, so I'm going to Canada on tour. Right, okay, yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
As you do, yeah, that's fine, no worries.
No problem. But yeah, Mark's great. I did meet him when I was up at Harrogate that year. Got my fan picture with him. So yeah, he was a good bloke.
Yeah, I've met him a couple of times. I don't think I've had a picture of him yet, but I was taking a piss out of him at Bloody Scotland because he looked tired, and they'd had the first Fun, Love and Crime Writers gig since lockdown. Yeah. And I was taking a piss out of him saying he was tired because he was hungover, and he was most offended and said, no, it isn't. It's not because I'm hungover. Yeah, okay then. Sure, Mark. Totally believe you.
Yeah. Not many people would.
No. If you're able to travel to any period of time, either forwards or backwards, where would you go? I
don't know whether I would. I'm not all that interested. I'm not like some people have said they're interested in a certain period of time. That's all in history. If I can see it, I'll see it. Or I hate to think what's going to happen when we're going forward and all. You never know what's going to happen around the corner. You never know what's going to happen tomorrow. Never mind a year down the line. As circumstances now are showing us. But no, I'll stay where I am. Thank you very much. I'm much happier here than going back in time or forward in time. I mean, going back in time to the Tudors is wonder anybody survived. I only say that because that's one of the eras that my wife likes, is all the Tudors and the Henry VIII area. But having watched most of the stuff she's been watching, it is a wonder that most people survived that place at that time.
You have to be rich, I think. If you go back, you have to be rich. Mind you, today's not much.
I don't think even the rich people survived much then. Not if you got on the wrong side of the kingdom.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't go back that far. I just want to go back to the 1980s for the music. That's it.
That'll do nicely, yeah. I'll just feel somewhere.
Who was your first celebrity crush?
Probably Sam Fox. Yeah, I had a few posters of her plasters all over the place. And anybody playing that was playing at the time for Man United in the 70s and 80s. But yeah, I suppose Sam Fox is one of them.
Where's the strangest or funniest place you've ever woken up?
I honestly can't remember. Not strange or funny at all. I can't remember anything like that. I've not been smashed out my brains and then fallen asleep somewhere, put it that way. I've always managed to get back to me out before doing that. But no, nothing that I can remember off the top of my head.
If you think of anything, you'll just have to message me, because I won't forget, as you know.
I know you won't. I know.
Do you have any nicknames?
Not at this present moment in time, no.
Okay, what nicknames have you had?
Oh God, yeah. This was a question that we had in Andy's Man Club the other day. The one that I came up with is, shall we say, Mary.
Okay.
And I leave the people to work out why. Just look at my name. And that was given to me by the people at the cricket club I was playing by. Mary Millington.
Right,
Look
okay.
it up. Look it up.
I will.
But yeah, you might actually need to. Yeah. She was a porn star in the 1970s, 60s and 70s. So yeah, I got lumbered with that until I told them not to tell me it, not to say it. But no, there wasn't really anything else. I mean, Millington gets short to Millie on occasions, but that's about it. No other real other nicknames.
Yeah, I just get shortened to Don or D,
Mm.
which is fine. I hate my name. Tony Forder, well, I call him AJ, so he calls me D. We have an agreement. It's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah. What was I just going to ask you? What can I ask you of all my horrible little questions? One of them you've already been asked when you came to Thousand Tuesday.
You not got these all written down somewhere?
I don't need to write them down. It's no fun then, because people answer questions I'm going to ask and then it throws me off. So they're all in here. They're all in my head. I'm just trying to decide what horrible question I can ask you. No, not really. I was going to ask you if you have any strange or unusual talents or party tricks.
No, I'm rather boring. So yeah, no, not really.
Okay, if someone held a gun to your head and said you had to perform something or they'd shoot you dead, what would you do? Just be shot.
Well, I always have a go at. I used to do Mr. Grimsdale and all that lot, doing actor, and I was quite good with doing the Goons and doing some of their ones. My voice isn't right, but it's sorry. But yeah, I normally do those, but they're in the privacy of my own home. That I normally do that.
What song's guaranteed to get you up on the dance floor?
If it's a headbanging, anything heavy metal. With those, yeah, anything that I can play air guitar to or air drum to. Like
Any particular favourite?
Anything like Free Bird or something like that, or Stairway to Heaven or things like that. Anything with a nice long guitar solo or drum solo.
You play anything? Any instrument?
me up on the dance floor is like dad dancing at the moment. It was dad dancing before I became a dad.
You're not alone, I'm sure.
Mm. Yeah.
So you said that, did you say you finished book 3 and 4 and you're working on book 5?
Yeah, the contract that I signed with Dark Edge Press in 2020 was for a 4-book deal. I'd already completed 3 of those. 2 of them had been published before and they've republished those since. Those were 2 that actually came out. I'd already done book 3 and I was about 6 or 7,000 words into book 4. So within a matter of hours, they came back and said, we'll have all 4 books and give you a 4-book deal. So they gave us, that was in September, and I was given till the June of the next year to actually finish book 4, which I did, and sent it off to them. And now I'm trying to write book 5, and I'm about 25,000 words into that.
And is your plan to carry on the series, or do you want to do something else?
No, I'll just carry on planning with this series. If something pops into my head which is not what I'm doing now, then I'll start making notes of it and see what comes of it. But no, all the moment it's just the series, Monty's and watching series at the moment. I'm doing book 5 now. If I don't put what I'm thinking of writing in book 5 and what I've actually discussed with Dark Edge Press and where I want to go, I'll probably put that into book 6.
Fabulous. Well, I'm pleased to hear that.
Yeah. So yeah, there's going to be a few that are going to be around in the next few years.
Fabulous. I shall look forward to reading them all.
Thank you very much.
And you may be pleased to know I don't have any more questions for you, unless you think there's anything I haven't asked you.
No, that's perfectly fine. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. So just
nice to talk to you.
Indeed, yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it?
Yep.
Keep avoiding me.
No, would I do a thing like that?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. I'm not saying I blame you, but you do. So would you like to remind everyone where they can get your books from and where they can find out more about you?
At the moment, all my books and ebooks are all on Amazon and any other online distributor. They've not made it into the physical ones, haven't made it into bookstores yet due to circumstances beyond our control, but hopefully it'll be in there too. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, and I am in the process of getting a website sorted out. So hopefully within the next couple of months or so, that'll be up and running.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.
It has. Thank you very much.